The Senate saved the screening of the service chiefs for the last plenary session of the week. Although there was no announcement that the exercise was to hold on Thursday, there were indications before plenary started. President Bola Tinubu had written to the Senate requesting that the upper chamber confirm the nomination of the service chiefs. After senators are seated, the majority leader requests that the Senate allow the service chiefs enter the chamber. Once settled inside the chamber, the heads of the nation's armed forces introduce themselves and briefly highlight areas of focus to improve security in the country. Starting with the Chief of Defense Staff.
Under my watch, the armed forces shall continue to serve the Nigerian people dutifully and in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and other extant provisions of the laws of the Federation.
Next was the Chief of Army Staff.
The volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous nature of our contemporary security environment makes leadership challenging and therefore demands new skills that are proactive, adaptive, and inclusive.
When he was done, the new Chief of Naval Staff stepped up.
In line with our statutory roles, which is the defense of the nation's territorial integrity from the maritime domain, as well as the policing roles of protecting the nation's resources and contribution to military aid to civil power, I am fully prepared to carry out these roles.
And finally is the Chief of Air Staff.
It is therefore imperative that we devise strategies to leverage on our strengths and enhance operational output.
Done with a brief introduction, the Senate goes into a closed-door session for the screening proper. The security nature of the questions to be asked is a reason often given for screening service chiefs privately. Nearly 2 hours, 30 minutes later, the screening ends and the Senate President discloses the decision of the House.
The Senate thereafter approved the nominations of the following persons as Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs for the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole?
Some Nigerians see the screening of service chiefs as a mere formality because the National Assembly has at no time rejected any president's request to confirm the heads of the military. But some lawmakers tell Channels Television that the screening exercise was exhaustive.
Coming out from the engagement with the service chiefs, we saw a commitment to serve.
I see them working hard to arrest it. In fact, when the Chief of Defense Staff said they will have to arrive every section that is on crisis themselves, not just allowing the boys, they will want to see it themselves and participate in ensuring that we have peace. I think we'll have peace in Nigeria.
The confirmation of the service chiefs has been concluded, but the clock is ticking for President Bola Tinubu to send the list of his ministerial nominees to the National Assembly for confirmation, and he has to do this within 60 days of his swearing-in, which elapses within the month of July.